Imagine this. You say goodnight, climb into bed, and expect to wake up refreshed the next morning. But what if you didn't? While that may sound dramatic, it's a scenario that's more common than most people realize, especially after age 70. Many seniors, despite having no major health issues, go to sleep and never wake up. It sounds sudden, it sounds tragic, but it's often the result of small, overlooked bedtime habits that quietly chip away at your health night after night. You see, your body changes in profound ways after 65. What worked for you decades ago, like eating late, sleeping in a warm room, or staying hydrated right before bed, might now be working against you. These seemingly harmless habits can increase your risk of falls, heart strain, and even cognitive decline without you knowing. In this video, we're uncovering 4 specific nighttime behaviors that could be quietly putting your well-being at risk. Some of them may shock you, others might feel uncomfortably familiar. But here's the good news. By making just a few simple tweaks, you can dramatically improve your sleep quality, boost your heart and brain health, and reduce the risk of nighttime emergencies. And be sure to stick with us all the way to the end, because the 4th habit we're going to cover is something almost every senior does without realizing how dangerous it can be. So if you care about living independently, waking up feeling energized, and protecting your future health, this video is for you. Let's take a closer look at the bedtime mistakes you need to avoid. Starting tonight. 1. Eating late or too close to bedtime, the silent strain on your heart and sleep. Let's be honest, there's something comforting about a late-night snack. Whether it's a bowl of ice cream after a long day, or heating up leftovers while watching the evening news, the habit feels harmless. But after age 65, your body no longer handles those midnight meals the way it used to. Your metabolism naturally slows down as you age. What once took your digestive system a couple of hours to break down now takes longer, placing more strain on your heart and gut. When you eat heavy, greasy, or large meals too close to bedtime, think creamy pasta, fried chicken, or even a big slice of pepperoni pizza. Your body is forced into a state of overdrive at the exact time it should be winding down. Instead of entering restful sleep, your body shifts focus toward digestion. That means higher heart rate, increased stomach acid, and disrupted hormone levels. All of this keeps you from reaching the deep restorative sleep that's vital for memory consolidation, immune repair, and cellular recovery, especially in older adults. But the risks go even deeper. Lying down with a full stomach makes it easier for stomach acid to travel upward into the esophagus, causing nighttime heartburn and, in some cases, even leading to a choking sensation. For seniors with weakened esophageal muscles or acid reflux, this can increase the risk of aspiration, where stomach contents accidentally enter the lungs, leading to serious infections like aspiration pneumonia. And here's something many people don't consider. For those with diabetes or prediabetes, eating high-carb or high-sugar meals before bed can spike your blood sugar, making it harder for your body to regulate glucose levels overnight. That not only disturbs sleep, it increases the risk of long-term heart complications. Now let's pause for a moment and think back. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night feeling overheated, anxious, or with a racing heart? That might not be a coincidence. Your body could be reacting to that heavy meal you had just a few hours earlier. The American dinner dilemma. In many American households, dinner is the largest and latest meal of the day. But after retirement, this tradition may need rethinking. Your digestive efficiency changes. Your body's circadian rhythm, the natural sleep-wake cycle, becomes more sensitive. That means your body craves lighter, earlier meals and longer gaps between eating and sleeping. In fact, research shows that older adults who consistently finish dinner 3 to 4 hours before bedtime tend to sleep more soundly and report fewer nighttime interruptions. What should you do instead? The solution doesn't have to be complicated or restrictive. Here are a few practical changes you can start tonight. Shift dinner earlier. Try eating your final meal around 5:30 to 6:30 p.m., giving your body at least 3 hours to digest before bedtime. Avoid heavy, greasy, or spicy foods in the evening. Instead, opt for grilled chicken, steamed vegetables, or hearty soups that are easier to digest. Craving a bedtime snack? Reach for a small piece of banana, a handful of almonds, or a warm cup of chamomile tea. These options are gentle on the stomach and even help promote sleep. Keep portions moderate. You don't need to go to bed hungry, but overeating is what causes the problems, especially with age. Remember, changing your evening eating habits isn't about deprivation, it's about liberation. When you give your body the chance to rest instead of forcing it to work all night, you're investing in better energy, sharper thinking, and stronger cardiovascular health. It's not just what you eat, it's when you eat it that makes all the difference after 65. Are you willing to try adjusting your dinner schedule this week? Let us know in the comments. And stay tuned because the next habit may be even more surprising. 2. Drinking too much water in the evening. The hidden risk you didn't see coming. Hydration is essential. We all know that. Doctors tell us to drink more water. Health magazines are filled with tips on how to stay hydrated throughout the day. But what few people mention is this. After age 65, drinking too much water at the wrong time, especially in the evening, can quietly put your health at serious risk. Let's picture a common scenario. You drink a tall glass of water or herbal tea around 9 p.m. to stay hydrated. Then, like clockwork, at 2 a.m., nature calls. You wake up groggy, disoriented, and try to stand up quickly. The room spins, your knees wobble, and suddenly you're on the floor. This situation happens far more often than most people realize. As we get older, our kidneys work differently, our bladder muscles weaken, and the body's ability to manage fluid overnight decreases. Even a modest amount of liquid in the late evening can send you to the bathroom 2, 3, or even 4 times in a single night. But the real danger isn't just lost sleep, it's what can happen between the bed and the bathroom. Falls in the middle of the night are one of the leading causes of serious injuries for older adults. According to the CDC, over 3 million seniors are treated in emergency rooms for fall-related injuries every year. And many of these occur at night, in dimly lit bedrooms or hallways. The underlying problem often starts with postural hypotension, a sudden drop in blood pressure when you stand up too quickly after lying down. This can cause dizziness, fainting, and serious falls. Add in a full bladder and an urgent need to rush, and you've got a perfect storm. Interrupted sleep, interrupted health. Every time you wake up to use the restroom, your body's natural sleep cycle is disrupted. Deep sleep, the stage responsible for physical restoration and memory processing, is interrupted. Over time, these frequent wake-ups lead to chronic sleep deprivation, which is linked to higher blood pressure, weaker immune function, cognitive decline, and even a higher risk of dementia. So while it may seem healthy to drink water before bed, the timing matters more than most people think, especially after 65. So what can you do instead? Fortunately, this is a fixable problem. You don't need to deprive yourself of hydration. You just need to shift your habits earlier in the day. Here are 5 practical tips to reduce nighttime urination while staying safely hydrated. Front-load your fluids. Drink the majority of your water intake in the first 2/3 of the day. Aim to get most of your fluids by 4 to 5 p.m. Taper off in the evening. After dinner, gradually reduce how much you drink. A few small sips after 7 p.m. is generally safer than a full glass. Be mindful of hidden fluids. Foods like soup, watermelon, cucumbers, and even some medications contain high water content and contribute to nighttime urination. Avoid diuretics at night. Coffee, green tea, and alcohol can increase urine production. Try not to consume these within 3 to 4 hours of bedtime. Use the bathroom right before sleep. It sounds obvious, but many people skip this step. Make it part of your nighttime routine, even if you don't feel the urge. And one more thing, if you're taking diuretics, water pills for blood pressure or heart conditions, talk to your doctor about whether the timing of your dose can be adjusted earlier in the day. Protect your sleep. Protect your safety. Drinking water is absolutely vital for your health, but timing is everything. One small change, like shifting your water intake earlier, can make the difference between a restful night and a dangerous fall. So ask yourself, are your hydration habits supporting your health or silently working against it? Try making this adjustment tonight and see how you feel tomorrow. You might be surprised by the difference one small change can make. 3. A too warm bedroom, the comfort that quietly damages your heart and sleep. There's something undeniably comforting about crawling into a warm, cozy bed, especially during colder months. Many older adults naturally reach for heavy blankets or bump up the thermostat in hopes of falling asleep faster. But what if that comforting warmth is actually undermining your health every single night? After the age of 65, our ability to regulate internal temperature begins to decline. The body becomes less efficient at cooling itself through sweating and blood vessel dilation. As a result, sleeping in a room that's too warm can lead to nighttime overheating, which triggers a domino effect of health problems that most seniors aren't even aware of. Let's break it down. Why warm rooms can be dangerous after 65. When your bedroom temperature creeps above the ideal sleep range, especially over 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 21 degrees Celsius, your heart has to work harder to regulate body temperature. This means your cardiovascular system stays active during the very time it should be at rest. Here's what that means for your body. Increased heart rate and blood pressure, especially during the early sleep stages. Dehydration due to overnight sweating, even if you don't feel hot. Thicker blood as fluids are lost, raising the risk of clots and strokes, interrupted sleep cycles, preventing you from reaching deep restorative stages of rest. Many seniors report waking up tired even after a full night's sleep. One overlooked cause? Sleep fragmentation due to overheating. Your brain senses that your body temperature is too high and pulls you out of deep sleep again and again, leading to grogginess, forgetfulness, and mood swings during the day. The cognitive link: sleep temperature and brain health. What's even more concerning is the growing evidence linking chronic nighttime overheating with long-term cognitive decline. Studies have shown that poor sleep quality, especially when deep REM sleep is interrupted, contributes to memory loss, dementia, and even Alzheimer's disease. Why? Because your brain clears out waste proteins and resets neurotransmitters during the deepest sleep stages. If your body keeps waking up to cool down, your brain never gets that chance. In short, what feels comfortable may actually be accelerating age-related decline. The ideal temperature for sleep and longevity. Sleep experts agree that the optimal bedroom temperature for adults is between 60 degrees Fahrenheit and 67 degrees Fahrenheit. 15.5 degrees Celsius to 19.4 degrees Celsius. This cooler environment helps your body naturally lower its core temperature, a process that's essential for falling asleep and staying asleep. But here's the challenge. Many older adults feel colder at night even when the room isn't that cold. This sensation often has more to do with slowed circulation than actual temperature. As a result, cranking up the heat seems like the logical fix, but it ends up putting more strain on the heart. Smart ways to stay comfortable without overheating. You don't need to sleep shivering just to stay healthy. Instead, make small adjustments that keep you comfortable while maintaining a heart and brain-friendly environment. Lower your thermostat gradually. Drop it 1 to 2 degrees each night until you hit that sweet spot between 60 degrees Fahrenheit and 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Switch to breathable bedding. Avoid thick synthetic blankets. Use lightweight cotton or moisture-wicking fabrics that release heat instead of trapping it. Layer wisely. Wear soft pajamas and layer blankets so you can adjust without overheating. Use fans or crack a window. Improving airflow helps regulate temperature and remove stuffy air, which can affect oxygen quality during sleep. Avoid electric blankets. While cozy, they can raise your body temperature too much during the night and keep your heart in a stressed state. The bottom line: don't let comfort betray your health. It's easy to overlook room temperature when thinking about heart health or cognitive decline, but your sleeping environment plays a much bigger role than you might expect. A simple tweak, like turning the thermostat down a few degrees, can help protect your brain, ease the burden on your heart, and improve the quality of your rest. Tonight, instead of piling on the blankets, consider lightening them. Let your body cool naturally. You may just find that a slightly cooler room leads to a much more energized morning. 4. Sleeping in the wrong position, especially on your back. A silent threat to your heart and brain. When we think about improving our health after 65, we often focus on things like diet, exercise, and medications. But one of the most overlooked factors is something we do every single night: how we sleep. Believe it or not, your sleeping position can have a serious impact on your heart, breathing, digestion, and even brain function. And the most common position that gets people into trouble? Sleeping flat on your back. While back sleeping may feel relaxing or comfortable, especially on a cushioned mattress, it can cause a surprising number of health issues for older adults. Why back sleeping becomes risky with age. As we grow older, our muscles lose tone, lung capacity naturally decreases, and our airways become more prone to collapse. When you lie on your back, gravity pulls your tongue and soft palate backward, which can partially block your airway. This increases your risk of obstructive sleep apnea, a condition where your breathing repeatedly pauses throughout the night. You might not even notice it happening. Many older adults experience what's known as silent apnea, where they never fully wake up, but their oxygen levels drop repeatedly during sleep. Over time, this puts major stress on your heart and brain. Here are some of the most common effects of sleeping on your back. Reduced oxygen to the brain, contributing to memory loss and mental fog. Elevated nighttime blood pressure, as the heart works harder to circulate blood. Increased acid reflux, as especially if you have GERD or indigestion-interrupted sleep, due to snoring, coughing, or micro-awakenings you may not even remember. The cumulative toll on your health. Let's put this in perspective. Imagine sleeping for 8 hours, but never entering the deep, restorative stages of rest. That's exactly what happens when your breathing is constantly disrupted. Poor sleep quality doesn't just make you tired. It's linked to increased risk of stroke, worsening of heart failure symptoms, higher chances of developing dementia or Alzheimer's disease, weakened immune system, and slower healing. It's not just about comfort anymore. It's about survival. So what's the best sleep position after 65? Most sleep specialists agree. Left side sleeping is ideal for older adults. Why? It helps improve circulation by easing pressure on the heart. It supports digestive health, as gravity helps keep stomach acid down. It keeps airways more open, reducing snoring and sleep apnea risk. Right side sleeping is the second best option, though it may place slightly more pressure on the heart. Stomach sleeping, while it can help reduce snoring, may strain the neck and spine and isn't recommended long-term. Tips to stay in a safe sleep position. Changing your sleep posture isn't always easy, especially if you've been a back sleeper for decades. But with a few adjustments, it's absolutely possible. Use a body pillow. Hugging a long pillow can keep you from rolling onto your back during the night. Place a pillow behind your back. This subtle barrier prevents you from shifting into a back sleeping position. Elevate your head slightly. If you must sleep on your back, a wedge pillow or adjustable bed can reduce the risk of airway collapse and acid reflux. Place a pillow between your knees. This aligns your spine and relieves hip or lower back tension. Choose the right mattress. Medium firm mattresses often provide the best balance between comfort and support for side sleepers. One small change, one big difference. The position you sleep in may feel like a minor detail, but for seniors, it can mean the difference between waking up energized or waking up in distress, or worse, not waking up at all. So tonight, take a moment to notice how you fall asleep and how you wake up. Are you lying flat on your back? Or are you supporting your body in a position that protects your heart, lungs, and brain? Your body has changed. Your habits should too. As we've seen, some of the most routine bedtime habits, eating too close to sleep, drinking too much water late in the evening, overheating your bedroom, or sleeping in the wrong position, can quietly chip away at your health after age 65. These aren't dramatic dangers. They don't sound alarming, but night after night they add up, impacting your heart, your brain, your balance, and your overall longevity. Here's the good news. You don't need a complete lifestyle overhaul. Often it's the smallest adjustments. Finishing dinner a bit earlier, sipping less water after 7 p.m., lowering the thermostat a few degrees, or turning on to your left side before drifting off. That bring the biggest benefits. You still have power over how you age. You still control your routines, And the truth is, better sleep isn't just about feeling rested. It's about protecting your independence, your memory, your heart, and even your life. So tonight, take a moment to reflect. Which one of these 4 habits resonated most with you? What's one simple change you're willing to try? Drop a comment below. We'd love to hear how you're planning to improve your sleep tonight. And don't forget to share this video with a friend or loved one who could use a little nighttime wisdom. Because sometimes the path to a longer, healthier life doesn't begin at sunrise. It starts when you close your eyes. Sleep well, live well, and we'll see you in the next video.